What up? You know it's 10 Toes Down TV. Today I got the honor and pleasure of having with me today
K-Spade. And I'm here at 10 Toes Down TV.
So tell the people about what it is that you do.
So I'm in the music business. What I do is I help unsigned artists understand their publishing, their copyright, and actually do it. I also help them with their licensing, clearing songs, samples, as well as consulting with them to see their next steps as to what should they do promotion-wise, as well as creating electronic press kits and just kind of giving them the information that most artists don't know about.
So how about like live streams and stuff like that?
Live streams? Well, live streaming is a little bit different. I don't really touch too much into that. I do more like the streaming, just the audio part, where they could stream their music, get it placed on Apple Music, Spotify, and actually get paid for it.
Oh, so on Spotify, they can get paid for their music?
Yeah, every time somebody listens to it, they could get paid. It's not much, but it adds up, and I think it motivates the artists to to see that if they could get paid for 1-2 streams, what happens when they get like 1 million streams or thousands of streams.
How about Soundcloud?
Soundcloud, well, you can't. So with Soundcloud, it gets a little bit tricky because you could actually get paid for it, but most people, they don't know that. So what happens is that royalty payments, they're not retroactive through SoundCloud. So if you're about to like register your music and start getting paid on SoundCloud and you already had like 100,000 streams, that doesn't count. So you have to like know really how to do that. And there's like other companies also that help you get your music on SoundCloud. A lot of publishing administrated companies.
So do you have any artists that you work with already, like anybody that you help push so far?
Yeah, I was working with an artist, Chico Phil. He's from Brooklyn, and I was actually managing him for a little while. And we were just like pushing his music, where we were making sure that he had his videos done, doing a lot of shows, and just kind of pushing him in the right direction of which he wants to go. He ultimately decided that he kind of wants to go more in the sync route, which is like getting his music played in movies, in anything that's like film, TV.
So you can help with that too?
Yeah, I can, but it gets a little bit tricky because for that you have to know a lot of music supervisors. Okay. So they're the ones that are looking for artists to put on shows.
So outside of that, what else you got going on? Tell me about yourself. Where you from?
I'm from Queens.
Queens?
Yes.
Okay.
Queens.
What's your nationality?
I'm Colombian and Honduran.
Colombian, Honduran. Okay, that's a nice combination there. Colombian.
Yeah.
So who's Colombian?
My mom.
Your mom was Colombian?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, you married? You got a relationship? You got kids?
Yeah, I have a relationship and I have 1 kid.
Okay. You got a boy, girl?
A girl.
Girl. Beautiful thing. So what do you think about, I don't know if you into like the YouTube world when it comes to like certain people like with child molestation.
Okay.
So what do you think about child molestation? You got a daughter. So what type of fears do you have for your daughter?
Well, yeah, it's like a lot of fears, and especially like coming from like a culture like mine. Like we're taught from little, like you're not sleeping over in nobody's house because like you never know what could happen and stuff like that. So that's kind of like the same thing I go through with my daughter. She's not old, like she's only 4 years old, but she does ask me like, hey, when can I go sleep over my friend's house? And I have to explain to her like, hey, that might not happen because you can't trust people.
Mm-hmm.
You never really know. But I always tell her like, hey, you know, if you want, like, they could come over to our house, you know. But it's like a big fear because, you know, children, they don't really know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't know right from wrong, and sometimes they're just very fearful.
Yeah. Yeah. So you say you're in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and so where your man at?
Oh, he's in jail.
Your man's in jail?
Yeah, he's incarcerated.
Wow. So that's crazy. Your man is in jail, and I speak about prison and the struggles of prison and how hard it is. And being that you're a woman who's going through this struggle, you go see him, right?
Yeah.
On a regular?
I go once a month with my daughter, yeah.
Okay, so tell me about that. What is that experience like for those kids out there who getting in trouble, people in prison thinking it's cool? What is the experience like for you as a girlfriend, wife, mother to go and visit somebody?
It's exhausting, it's draining, like you never really know what to expect sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just so like tedious where you like if you forget a document like a birth certificate or an ID or you can't find it, like you're not going inside, or if you wear certain things
Mm-hmm.
and you might not even think anything of it, then you can't go inside. And just having a kid, like taking a bus ride or even driving for hours with a small child, they get annoyed about that. Like they don't want to be sitting in a car seat for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets complicated. Like plus, and then it's expensive also. Like so it emotionally is draining. After you're done doing all of that, like you just want like a day off.
Yeah. So what is it like having a man in prison? How long he been locked up?
He's been locked up for about 4 years.
So what's it like having a man in prison and the sexual frustrations you gotta go through?
I mean, I feel like with me, I probably just like. I mean, he, you know, like I'll have like an attitude maybe,
Mm-hmm.
and he has to deal with that because now like I'm cursing him out because maybe today I'm just sexually frustrated, right? And now, so like I feel like, you know, it does, and it's hard because like, you know, sometimes you might have people that hit you up or, and you know, you have to ignore those things and just really like think about like, okay, I'm not gonna fall to that because, you know, it's just not the right thing to do.
So how about like you? Let's say like you got homegirls and they going out on dates and all that with they man. How do you feel with your man being gone?
I'll be mad. I'm so mad, because it's like, damn, they get to do that, but I don't get, like, I can't go on a date. I can't do none of that for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, you know, is having fun, living their life, and it's kind of like I'm stuck in this like place. Like, you know, I'm in a relationship, but I'm still just stuck there.
So how was the temptation going on? So like, I know guys be trying to get at you in the street. How is that like? Like dudes hollering at you. Well, you might say that, you might think it's cute or something. Like, right?
I mean, with me, I think that like, you know, I just come off mean.
You come off mean?
Yeah.
You don't look mean.
I don't, but like if somebody's trying to talk to me, I automatically go like into mean mode. Yeah. Like, so I think sometimes that kind of pushes people away. Like, okay, I'm not gonna bother her, but you know, sometimes like, if I see somebody that's cute, you know, it might be a little bit difficult. Like, you know, for me, I'm just thinking like, okay, like I'm gonna shut this person down, but then like I might think like, yo, what if I would have just gave them a chance, like, you know, because then you also have to think about everything the person that you're with put you through before.
Yeah. Oh, before he went in.
Yeah. So now you're like, okay, do you really deserve for me to be here, right? Because I'm sure like a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah.
Like,
you start doubting, you start putting the negative shit in front of everything else. Yeah. So, but you a loyal woman, you dedicated woman.
Yeah.
So, outside of that, So when you go visit them, you drive up there, or do you take the van?
No, I drive. I can't do the van.
So you never did the van?
I have.
Now, how was that experience?
That was horrible. I would never do that again.
Tell me about it. Tell me about your experience.
So I woke up, I probably didn't even sleep that night, honestly, because I took the van up to Clinton, I think it was.
Damn, with the Clinton?
Yes.
Oh, shit. That's a long-ass ride.
So I think that it was at midnight or something that we got in the van. And at the time, my daughter, she was I don't even know if she probably wasn't even maybe she was a year and some change. She's still little. She was little at the time. So we went and people were snoring, sleeping. They bring a bunch of packages. So everybody's cramped up. Then you have kids. So you have people trying to because since you have a kid, it's gonna be their smaller space, right? So they'll try to move and kind of fit into where your kid's supposed to sit.
Oh, okay.
Or they just don't care, or they'll be talking. When I went, people were drinking.
Oh,
yeah. They got lit in the bed. And it was just insane. I felt I'm not. And then it was probably 8 hours.
Yeah.
Or even longer.
Yeah.
And it was a winter day. So it was just bad because then we left late because people they didn't show up and they were waiting for more people. And then you have to make stops, and then you don't really have much freedom just even going on your way there.
So then when you get there, now tell me what the experience like when you get to the prison. How the police treat you?
Oh, well, and we also got there early before they even opened the prison. Okay. So we were stuck outside for a while.
In the waiting area?
No, that wasn't even open yet.
Oh, so you're just in the van, just sitting there?
No, because the guy in the van had to go drop off people in another prison.
Oh,
so
man.
he just dropped us off and was like, alright, I'll pick you up later.
And this in the wintertime?
Yes.
And you're just standing outside?
Yeah, there's a Dunkin' Donuts across the street. But that's across the street is half a mile or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was there, but
So if you had to give advice to anybody out there, man, woman, child, whoever it is, if you had to give advice as far as going to prison and the struggles that the family, you guys, are going to go through outside, that they're going to put their family through, what advice would you give them as far as not going to prison?
Yeah, do your best to stay out. I feel at the end of the day, people are going to do what they have to do because we don't know everybody's circumstances, right? So my best advice is just do your best to stay out of prison. Consider your loved ones, what they're going through, and the frustrations they may feel, because at the end of the day, you might even hurt more your family than yourself, because you don't really think about it when you're in that situation until maybe years later you look back on it. So yeah, that's my best advice. Just try to stay out.
All right, so tell them about your social media, how they can get in touch with you as far as with your company.
Yeah, so they can get in touch with me at Underground Spade on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. They can also follow me on Instagram at my personal page at it's kspade_. And I have a website also, www.undergroundspade.com. And I also have an office here in 252 Java Street in Brooklyn, New York. And the best way to actually reach me is through Instagram. I'm here for consulting, any questions that anybody has. And I also have a playlist that comes out on Fridays. So hit me up for a placement on the playlist as well.
So, and you deal with all music, you deal with R&B, rap, whatever it is, right?
I only deal with hip hop.
Only hip hop?
Yeah, and
No
like
reggaeton?
no,
Oh.
you could put some R&B in there. I might sometimes deal with yeah, like some Spanish rap or reggaeton, but it depends. It has to have like a certain sound to it. But for the most part, I stick to like hip hop, just English.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much more time he has in prison, your boyfriend?
But he has like a couple years more.
You got a couple years left? All right. Yeah. So, you know, I commend you on you being strong and standing steadfast and standing by him and making sure that he's all right. And you, for your strength, it takes a lot for a woman, because I know from experience it takes a lot for y'all to go up there and to deal with so much, and it's like real frustrating. And I just ask that you continue to stay strong and do the right thing, you know?
Yeah, thank you.
And trust that he's going to come home and do the right thing.
Yeah.
Because I know you'll talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it gets like, I guess you just gotta really just be patient and like believe in it, right? Because if you don't, then it's like, what are you doing it for, right?
Yeah. So, but just in closing, before we close out, so you got to deal with the phone calls. You got to pay for the phone calls.
Yeah, well, he's like taking care of that now.
So he take care of the phone calls?
Yeah.
So who take care of the packages?
Like his sisters or
His
somebody.
sisters?
His
Oh,
family.
so then he need more family help.
Yeah,
right?
because like his family helps him a lot, because I mean, at least like he's considerate enough that, you know, I have his kid, like we have a kid together, so he's considerate enough that I have to, like, you know, take care of my child, like most of it. So he doesn't like solely depend on me. Doesn't really depend on me much, just to be there.
So that's just even giving y'all more of an understanding what you're going to put your family through. Not only your girlfriends, but your family, because you see that the rest of the family still got to help her within this struggle. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to y'all is stay out that white man prison. You know what it is already. 10 toes down. And I got the beautiful queen,
K Spade.
Kate Spade.
Yeah. And thank you for having me at 10 Toes Down TV.
Definitely. Always.